talk about hiring a teacher robot, shall we? First of all, there we go. I'm just a drink guy. I love drink. Currently, I'm on a Pepsi Zero kick. Good times. All right, so I know technology can be used for good and it can be used for bad. I think the potential of AI, yes, artificial intelligence, presents a huge opportunity. And I don't want you to miss out on it. Because I think especially right now, like, what is this, June? I'm recording this in late June, June 26th. I think right now, it seems like it's for tech people. It seems it's for like, the smart, savvy people, whether you consider yourself smart or savvy. It's for this narrow segment of people, especially right now, because AI is still relatively new. We've heard about it for a while, but I bet many of us haven't ever actually tried it. And I think as teachers, it presents an amazing opportunity. So here's what I want to do. I want to quickly explain what AI is. It won't take long, but you need to understand what it is because I don't know that we all have a clear understanding. And then secondly, I just want to tell you how you can use it right now without being a rocket scientist, without being a programmer, without being whatever you think it takes to use AI, because I promise it's simpler than you probably think it is. All right, so let's jump in. So first of all, what is AI? I heard a fantastic definition a couple weeks ago, and it's simply this. It's a prediction machine. That's what AI is. It's a prediction machine. It's taking educated guesses. It's guessing at what the most logical answer, the next response, or the next token technically will be. So without getting too much into the weeds, it takes data and it represents them as tokens. And the AI uses those tokens to respond with the most probable outcome. So they take one token, which is usually represents a small piece of data, or data, depending on how you say it. It takes one token of data and then predicts. What is the most, I don't know if I say logical, but maybe what the word is probable. What is the most probable next token that should be put together? So for instance, if you were to type into AI 7 years, what do you think it would say next? Well, it oftentimes would say, ago, our forefathers brought upon this nation. It would start to rehearse the Gettysburg Address. It would start to repeat the Gettysburg Address because that is the most probable result from those set of words. But if you said the alien was jumping on the banana and then, well, the AI probably wouldn't give you something nearly as predictable. Note to self, I should try that. I wonder what would happen if an alien jumped on a banana. I should try it. But anyway, do you understand what I'm saying? AI don't think of it as intelligence. Think of it as a prediction machine. It's giving you the most probable next result. But then here's the magic. Not only is it good at predicting, but most AI models, and we could get into terminology here, but we're not going to do that. For teachers, here's what you need to know. AI also introduces a bit of randomness. So you combine the power of, that probable outcome with random, and you can get some amazing results. So the best way to get started is maybe while you're listening to this video or watching this video, I want you to go to either Claude.ai, so it's CLAUDE.ai, or you can go to chat.openai.com. So chat, like CHAT, .openai, OPENAI, the letters AI.com. Either one of those will work. Now listen, there's a paid version of both of those, and there's a free version of both of those. You don't have to pay for them. Just use the free version for now. I promise you'll see benefit. And then if you're really into it, you can do what I've done for a while, pay the $20 a month. I personally do that, And man, it is so worth it. But I'm not here to sell you on that. Just please jump in and go try it. It's free. Now, let's talk about the important stuff. How are you going to get started? And specifically, how can it benefit teachers? So, to get started, I want you to treat this as a chat. So, think of text messaging. For those of you that are maybe old school, think of like AOL Instant Messenger, or think of, I think texting is probably the most relevant example. This is just a chat. Think of it as a conversation. I know that sounds weird because you're not seeing another person on the other side, but if you think of it as a conversation, I promise it will help you. But think of it as a conversation with a very, very good intern. All right? Someone who doesn't have all the experience you have, someone who's not as highly educated or experienced as you, but someone who is very, very intelligent. Again, this will help you because if you're able to picture someone who's maybe picture someone younger, maybe picture a younger version of yourself, right? You're not as experienced, but you're eager to learn. You have a lot of information on your head. Maybe you don't know how to best apply it. But a lot of this, a lot of what the benefit you're going to get from this is if you treat this as if this is a very, very smart intern that just needs some very specific guidance. So here's the guidance to give it. First of all, I want you in the chat, your first chat, I want you to do a couple things. I don't want you to just type out, give me a Sunday school lesson, that is awesome, go. That's not going to work. What I want you to do is, first of all, in one communication, in the first prompt is what it's called, what you're going to do is you're going to give it a couple things. Number one, you're going to give it a role. So the first part of your first chat, say you are a blank. Like you are a Sunday school teacher. You are a Southern Baptist preacher. You are a elementary Bible teacher. Now again, remember, we're imagining that we're talking to an intern. So we can say the words like you because it helps to think about this as person-to-person communication, even though that's not what this is. But we're going to start our first chat with you are a blank. So my example, I'm going to say you are a Sunday school teacher. And then tell it what you're going to do and the result you want. So you're a Sunday school teacher. You're going to give it a Bible story or a Bible lesson topic, and you want it to brainstorm with you on a creative approach. We'll do more of that in just a second. But you're going to define the role. You're going to tell it what you are going to do and the result that you want. And be specific. What kind of results do you want? Do you want a bullet point list? I suggest this, especially when brainstorming, because a lot of these AI platforms, man, they're verbose. Oh my gosh. Like they will go on and on and on and on. They'll write paragraphs of information. And that's not always really helpful, especially if you're just in brainstorming mode. So I suggest being very clear about the results you want. Do you want a bullet point list? Or perhaps on the other hand, maybe you're actually interested in an article. So write me 5 paragraphs or create a 3-point outline. Tell it the result, specific result you want. Remember, this is an eager intern, but they need a lot of specific guidance. And then, maybe one more example, maybe you want a back and forth conversation. Maybe you really want this to be conversational. You're not looking for just a computer programmatic type output. You're really looking to have a conversation, again, just to brainstorm with an intern. What might that look like? So just be very specific with the results you want. So let's look at a practical application, right? This is where, to me, it gets the most exciting. So I'm going to read an example I have here, and then we can talk about it. So imagine this as maybe your first prompt. You're going to type all of this into that chat window. You could say something like this. You are a Sunday school teacher in a 3rd grade classroom. You love to teach the Bible in unexpected ways that surprise the kids and keep them guessing even when they already know the story. Using the story of David and Goliath, generate a bullet point list of 10 wacky and silly ideas to present the lesson. Make sure each one of them is different from the others, and include one sentence that describes how it would help them understand the story. Was that a longer prompt than you expected? I'd encourage you to try something like that. Maybe right now, pause the video and go try it. But let's look quickly at some of the things we did. We said you are a Sunday school teacher in a third grade classroom. Easy for me to say. What are you? You're a teacher, and specifically third grade. Again, context. This is important. The more you define the role, the better results you will get. So you're a let me get back to my thing. Here we go. You're a Sunday school teacher in a class, third grade. You love to teach the Bible in unexpected ways that surprise the kids and keep them guessing even when they already know the story. Those specific words are not, you don't have to use that specific phraseology. What you're trying to communicate, what I'm trying to communicate is, I don't want just the normal predictive, stuff. I'm into fun. I like different. So keep them guessing. Give me some crazy ideas. In fact, I go even further. Did you hear that? I said, give me a bullet point list of 10 wacky and silly ways to present the lesson. Now, I said wacky. Am I actually interested in just being silly for the sake of being silly? No, of course not. But I'm trying to push this intern. Just brainstorm with me. Let's go crazy. You could even use the word ridiculous. Give me ridiculous ideas. Let's get outside the box. Let's think different. Again, ask it. What's the harm? You're brainstorming with a brilliant AI. Give it a prompt maybe you wouldn't even ask a person you're partnering with at church. This is just a brainstorm session. Have fun. And then obviously use the story of David and Goliath. Notice I really didn't give it a passage. I didn't give it the exact verses. I found it's pretty good at recognizing a lot of the stories and knowing exactly what you're talking about. And then make each idea different from each other. I found that to be tremendously helpful. Oftentimes, if you ask for a list of many things, the AI will give you, iterative ideas. It'll start with, a call and response game, and then it'll give you another game that's a call and response with a different call and a different response. And then it'll give you a game where the kids are repeating after you. It'll be a little more iterative as opposed to idea that's way over here, idea that's way over here. So I would encourage you to tell it, to prompt it, to give you very different ideas and different from each other. And then one sentence that describes how it would help them understand the story. Again, it's meant to help you. So if you're like, I got the application part, I don't even need to understand how that connects, that's fine. But sometimes the AI makes really great connections that will help you, give you a new, fresh perspective or send you down a new road in the way you present. So give it a shot. Again, this is an AI that's willing to help you endlessly with fun ideas. So throw it out there. See what happens. The great thing is you're not going to break it. The great thing is you can ask really silly questions, really basic questions, really advanced questions. The AI will answer all of it, for good and for bad. But the best thing you can do is try it, because I promise, not only will it help you come up with some more interesting approaches, and we can talk about that in future videos, but I think you'll be encouraged that, when you're in that place of being stuck, when you don't know what to do, when you feel like you've read the passage, the story of David and Goliath, like 15 times and there's still nothing interesting, the AI is so good at maybe not giving you the perfect idea, but man, so many times it has sent me down a road of like, oh, I have an idea now based on the AI's response. Maybe I take that exact response and then kind of tweak it to my liking. Or maybe the response is actually not even related, but it sparked a memory or it sparked an idea that has me off to the races. That, that just feeling stuck, the AI can really help. So as we conclude on that note, let me give you a couple pointers. Number one, you may have heard this in AI conversations, but be the human in the loop. The AI will be confident no matter what. It will give you a response and it will sound confident every time. It's not always correct though, but remember, that's not the point. AI doesn't have to be perfect for it to be useful. It doesn't have to give you 100% accurate information all the time. You are the human. You know scripture better than the AI. Sometimes. AI has done a really great job in my experience at, I'm like, wow, I never saw that connection before. So give it a chance, but be the human in the loop. Be the one to say, that's not quite right. Evaluate the response, but give it a chance. Partner with it. I'd encourage you to try that. Number two, generic input gets generic output. So if you're like, okay, we're 16 minutes into this video, I don't need all this information. All I needed was the website and I can go chat myself. Well, number one, I'm glad you're trying it no matter what. But number two, if you just go in there and you're like, I don't want to type in a long prompt. I just want to say, write a really cool story about David and Goliath. Good luck. I found most of the times generic input will give you very uninspired output. But the more I'll call it dialogue with the AI, in my experience, the better your results. And then lastly, the goal of this is to inspire your teaching. It's not to replace you. The AI can't teach. The AI is not human. But it can inspire you. So if you're stuck, give it a shot. And then I want you to comment down below and let me know how you tried it and what you think. Good, the bad, the ugly. Let the robot be a teacher. Help you teach. Help you prepare. We'll talk about it later, but writing is thinking. So as you try to write, like how could I make this story interesting, and you let the AI contribute, oh man, so many good things will happen. So give it a try. Let me know what platform you use, and let me know some of the responses you get. And then I'll post mine in the comments below so you can see what I'm talking about. Thanks for teaching kids about Jesus. If you need more information, my website is betterbibleteachers.com. I'm Nathan. Have a great day.